Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Wednesday, December 13th, 2017. And today in our Tech News Update, well, yesterday was Patch Tuesday, in case you didn't know. I posted the videos of what's new and what's in this Patch Tuesday. It mostly fixes a Flash player problem with security, Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, and if you have Office, also some Microsoft Office. And there was one for Windows Defender or Security Essentials. But, it's Security Tuesday and it was security updates. So if you haven't done so already, update your machines to stay safe. These updates are available for Windows 7, Windows 8.1, and Windows 10. Well, after they updated the Twitter to double its 140 characters, which is now at 280, it looks like there are some users that are actually having a blog-style posting that is rolling out on Twitter, where users can actually stream of content, basically have kind of linked posts, if you want, in the blog-style content. And now we're wondering if that isn't the start of too much Twitter texts, as 280 characters isn't too bad, but if we're going to start to have tons and tons of other posts, might be a little too much. We are, of course, waiting to see what Microsoft will bring us with Sets, which is a browser-style way of presenting Windows-like content. Well, we learned one thing, first of all, that Sets will not be rolling in Redstone 4, but if you want to see something similar, Stardock has released a new software called Groupie that pretty much does just what Sets is about to do. It makes Windows as a web-style tabbed groups, and it costs $9.99. So if you want to have that type of content before, you can actually buy Groupie. France will be one of the first countries in the world to ban kids from using their phones when they are in school until they are the age of 15 years old. They say that it is too distracting, too many kids are just using their phones, and they've noticed that since phones are in the class, grades have gone down. So they say that something needs to be done. A team of researchers have found that a 1998 vulnerability, you've heard me, a bug in the TLS of 1998 is kind of still there, lingering. And what's worse is that they said that 2.8% of the top 1 million websites have the flaw. But what's even worse is they say that 27 of the top 100 websites are vulnerable, including Facebook and PayPal. And they say that these companies need to take this seriously because it could be used against them at some point. AT&T is testing out a new high-speed or broadband internet over power lines, and basically the reason they are testing this out is because many users have no internet connectivity or high-speed internet because the infrastructure, basically the cables that are used to bring internet, aren't just reaching these areas. But one thing that everybody has in common is electricity. So they say that by using broadband over power lines, they might actually find that solution to work to bring high-speed internet where there is no internet at all. Google is opening a Chinese artificial intelligence lab. There were some people in the US that were kind of criticizing this decision. Well, Google has actually said, well, basically they are opening one there because there's a lot of science opportunities in China, and that basically science has no borders, and that we have to stop thinking that science always has to be done in specific places around the world. So basically, it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this new lab. Survey from a company called EY Technologies says that hacking and security events are increasing, but that businesses feel they are not ready and they don't really know what to do to prevent the threats and to prevent the hacking, and that this is something they're wondering what to do. So this is kind of interesting. as more and more of the dangers coming from the web. It seems that companies are kind of overwhelmed and don't really know what to do. And in the same type of security, one of the reports that came out also says that 99%, okay, of employees are a threat to the security of the company they work for. They say that employees are reusing the same passwords, use easy passwords, and basically take decisions to make their work easier rather than to keep the enterprise more secure. And they say that this is a huge problem, as the employees are really a security hazard to many businesses. And finally, another report, as we are talking about enterprise security, shows that 60% of attacks against enterprise are actually successful. And it would seem that most of the companies need to actually build a real strategy to be more secure, as this is, of course, an ongoing threat and even getting worse every year. So kind of interesting statistics here on the enterprise side. And I think, maybe there's mentalities that need to be changed on how to handle IT and computers. So this was the Tech News Update. We are Wednesday, December 13th, 2017. You enjoy our videos? Please subscribe, give us thumbs up, and thank you so much for following us on this Windows channel.